Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Got it. Ready? Satellite, Travis, Bravo, switch. Flag.
To throw is Taylor. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Bears take over.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
Here's Fields.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And Lewis has it, the tight end.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Giants! Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Montgomery will get down close to the goal line, but not in. And as he'll be marked down at the 1.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB,
You like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now out come the Giants. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action, Fields. He'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run right on the option. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The New York set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Through one quarter, 14-7. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Play action. It's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Taylor. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 26. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Bears are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Byron Pringle, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Two fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Looking to throw again on second down. Taylor, he'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On first down, it's Taylor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield.
Personal foul. Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. Taylor will throw. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gano the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a first down throw, Fields. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we reach... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Pettis now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Fields going to keep it once more. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Taylor. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return is Pettis. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog. He's Ojulari getting it out to bring him down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now Taylor on 1st down. To the right and complete to Galladay.
Finding room at midfield.
30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I don't think you can get any more
efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Pettis now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. He finds Mooney here on the comeback route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second and goal, here's the option. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Giants are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on fourth down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the fourth quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop it.
Now here's Fields on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Fields scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bears get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The New York set to take the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Back to throw. Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Second and 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. Got an open man, it's Pringle.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18.
Steps away. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Fields, he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Justin Fields, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. After the sack on 1st down, Taylor, this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. To Barkley on the check down. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to